Hey guys, it's Tracy. I want to share with you some projects that I made today. But before I do that, I want to show you the products that I used. I used this Sizzix die with frame mailable, and I had picked that up at the Sizzix warehouse this summer when they had 75% off the dies, I believe. The number for this is 65733. And I used these paper collections, which are two are My Mind's Eye, which is called Holly Jolly, Santa Claus, and Teresa Collins' Christmas Home. I also use a piece by Butterbee Scraps, which is this little piece here. And that item number is 4098. 409-8. Let's see here. I used a key from Agony. It's just called Metal Art. Yes. And I used stickers from out of this and pack, and it's from Michaels. They're foil assortment, no, adornments. And what else did I use here? You know how Michaels, they will clearance out or have a closeout on envelopes and card sets, and I believe I paid 50 cents for this, but I used, and these are the cards, but I just used 3 of the envelopes. Let's see here. I used various flowers from like Recollections, I Am Roses, a handmade flower, and then I also used this paper collection by Prima, which is called Lyric. And I also used one from the A4 stack. I believe that's all the products that I used, guys. So let me show you what I did here. So this is a prototype. And this is what it's supposed to be, a frame. But what I did, I wanted to challenge myself to see what else I can make with it. So I created a mini album with it. And the Christmas mini albums that I did, there are 5 pages. And there are 5 pages because I use double-sided cardstock, so there's no pockets or anything on the pages. But I did create a pocket in the back with a couple of tags. And then I did add vellum to the inside. So let me tell you what those measurements are. Oh, Shanisha, hold that for me. So let me get those. So the overall measurement, once the mini is done, is 4 1/8. No, 4 1/4 inches to 7/8 inches wide. And what I did, so let me show you what I did here. So these are some embellishments that I had picked up from those little pieces there, chipboard pieces from AC Moore last year. And then that's a sticker and some flowers from various flowers. So here's the inside. So what I did, for the various pieces, I just put them back. Because when the die cuts out, I showed you it's just one. It's just one long piece when it cuts out. So in order for me to get these pieces here, I just put them back, smaller pieces on the die and cut the individual pieces out that I needed for those sections. So here's the first page, and that first page measures 4 1/8 inches tall by 3 7/8 inches wide. And what I did for all of the pages, for all the minis, I used my Martha Stewart scoreboard. Ugh. And I scored them at 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, 3/8 of an inch. So, and then the second page is 4 inches, which is this one. And they all stack. These all stack by 1/8 of an inch. The 2 Christmas minis I'm showing you. And then this one is 4 1/8, the third page. The fourth page is 4 1/4. And the fifth page is 4 3/8 of an inch. And then in the back, with some scrap paper, I added a pocket and then 2 tags. And this tags came from the inside that I cut out. So it was from that inside piece. And then it has a magnet in the back. Those are some magnets that I have picked up from an eBay. So they're tiny, but they're really strong. Let me show you if I can see how little they are. So that's my first mini. Let me show you the second one. And these are like a ribbon rose or something. And that's the I Am Roses flower. The word joy. Turn it over there. This has a magnet as well. Here's the inside. Now for these, I just stressed all the edges using that Tim Holtz distressing tool. Again, it's been scored at 3/8 of an inch. And then what I did to attach them all together, I used that red line tape, or you can use any strong adhesive, and I just put it in, you know, in between that spacing there that I scored the other, making sure that they were, you know, they were aligned on the back and on, you know, just making sure you have them aligned. And again, I already gave them measurements for these when I showed you the first Christmas mini. And if you guys hear my dog, some breathing, that's my dog down there. She's getting her snore on. And then here's a pocket. Again, all of it was distressed. And here's some tags. So really super cute. I like the way they turned out. So let me show you the last one. And it is not a Christmas mini. And here's my last one. Again, this is the Prima collection, Lyric collection. I have a Tim Holtz, I believe it's an ad-age ticket, and it says Dream. You can't see all of it, but it does say Dream. This is a Recollections flower. This is that key. And the keys and the flower, I took some off-white paint and just distressed them some. This is a handmade flower. And there is a small doily underneath there from the paper bag lady. And this is, I believe, from the Rondell collection. It's a Prima flower. And I believe this is either Prima or Recollections. And then there is that piece, that Butterbee scrap piece. And I just cut it in half using the Tim Holtz scissors. I was shocked that it cut this metal in half with no problem. And this I Am Roses leaves. And there's one here too. So again, super cute. I like the way this came out. But for this, I did use the A4 Lyric Collection paper, but it wasn't quite thick enough for me, so I just cut out another one, but just out of plain white paper, and I glued them together with my ATG gun. And then there's a magnet here. Flip it over. And I put that paper in the back because I wanted to add the magnet so it would hide the magnet. So then here's the inside. Now for this is only 3 pages because I had to use envelope. Well, not had to, but I wanted to use envelopes for this one. So it has 3 pages. So what I did here to cover up that hole so that I could put something like a design or whatever through there, I had to cover that hole up. My intentions was to have this all one piece of paper and not have the hole in there, but I forgot, so had to find. No, I'm sorry. I wanted the hole, but what I wanted to do, the back piece, I wanted that to be all one solid piece of paper, but I wasn't thinking to put it through the machine, so it had a hole in it too. So I just found a creative way to cover it up. So then what I did here for that piece over here, I just added a piece of design paper. And I think I forgot to show you guys the punch. Did I show you? I don't think I did. Here's a punch that I use for the tags in this album. So again, it's 3, and I believe this is 3 3¾ inch is the first pocket or page. Then I think it's 4 inches is the second page. If I'm not, let me make sure. I think it's 4. Yes, 4 inches, and then 4¼ inches is the third page. And again, it's just a tag. It's plain. And then here's your second page. I really like the way this came out. I like this paper collection anyway. And then here's the third page. And there's the back of it. And again, didn't need that little pocket in the back because you already have these little mattings for additional pictures. Stick that back in there. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share with you what I had did with that die. So I will leave the measurements in my description box in case someone has this die and wants to try it out. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Bye.